Hello everybody. Today's session we will learn about how to insert data in a PS file. In our last session we created a PS file and today we will insert data into that file. So for inserting data or editing a PS file is done through the option 3.4. So first you go to option 3 and then option 4. Option is 4 is for DS list. It can list all the data sets or a specific data set. So I'm going to option 3.4 and here you type the name of the file. My file name was first.ps1 and press enter. Now here you see in the left hand side you have a label called command. So just below this label you can type any command. For editing a PS file you type E for edit and press enter. Enter once again. So it is opening a blank page and where you can type anything. You can see that on the top we have some warning message. To remove this warning message, you can issue a command called RES. The line you are seeing on the top, this is called the command line, where you can just type any command and press enter. That command will work. So the first command we are issuing is RES for restore to remove this warning message. So RES and enter. So see the warning messages have gone and it is showing a line with stars on the top as well as in the bottom. Now if you want to insert a blank line, we can issue line commands. So here we will issue some commands. They are called line commands. And where we type these line commands? In the first 6 positions. Here you can see stars, red star. So here we can issue line commands. Okay, the first line command is for insert. Inserting a blank line, you can type anywhere here, you can type I and press enter. So it is opening a blank line where you can type anything. Say I'm typing, this is a mainframe task. And just press enter, another blank line will open. So here you can type anything else like we are going to learn COBOL, DB2, etc. Okay, now one single I is for inserting a single line. If you want to insert multiple lines, you can type I and then the number of lines, say 6. So I6 will insert 6 blank lines where you can type anything. I'm typing some random data. And then if you want to save the file, you can issue a command save on the command line and press enter. So whatever data you have inserted, that will be saved. So this is how we need to insert data in a PS file. First, you have to come to 3.4 option and there you type the file name. In the left side, you give the command E for edit and one blank page will open where you can type the data. For inserting a single blank line, the line command is I. For inserting multiple blank lines, we type I and then the number of lines you want to insert. And this is the place where we have to write your line command. So here, suppose I want to insert 5 more lines. I should type I 5 and so 5 blank lines are inserted here. And to save the file, we have to type save. Now here I entered random data, but in production, what is the purpose of PS files? PS files are used to store the bulk amount of input data. Let's say, for an example, that a card issuing company is issuing credit cards to different customers. Now, one customer goes to a shop and he purchases something using that credit card. That shop is recording his data and storing the records in a Mainframe file. So in this way, different customers will visit that shop throughout the day and all their transactions will be recorded in a file, Mainframe file. After that, how the file will look like. So PS file will store those bulk amount of data for all the customers of the shop. So say the shop is recording this information, the card number, date, time, and the transaction amount. So here we will learn another command. If you give calls on the top, it will show the column number. Here you see starting from column 1 and it is showing up to column 72. Okay, this last column is 72. Now, if the card company is storing this following data, 16-byte card number, say this is the card number, okay, and then we have one blank space and the date of transaction, it is 2023 0819, the type of transaction, the time of transaction, say it is 9 a.m. in the morning, and then amount of transaction is 2000. Then we have another customer's record, which is this is the card number, and then again the date of transaction, the time of transaction is 3 p.m. and the amount of transaction is 3000. So this way, the file can store many customers' data. Normally in production scenario, millions of customers' data will be recorded in one input file. And this data will be processed by the mainframe in a very quick, small amount of time. That is the purpose of mainframe. That is the use of mainframe, that it can process a huge amount of data from the input file in a very small amount of time. So here we can write similar records, but for the time being, I'm keeping only these two records just to show you how a production input file looks like. It will store different customers' data or users' data in a specific format. Like the first 16 byte is the card number, then we have date, then time, and then the amount of transaction. And see, each record is following the same format. Okay. Now, one thing you note that when we created this PS file, it created with a record length of 80. That means the length of each record should be 80. But here in this screen, it is showing up to 72th column. So where is the remaining 8 byte of data? Here we have entered data up to 35th position and the remaining bytes are spaced. So, but it is showing space up to 72th column. But the length of the file is 80. So the length of each record should be 80. Where is the remaining 8 byte of data? To see the remaining 8 byte, we have to scroll to the right. For scrolling to the right, we have some function keys. At the bottom of the screen, you see, we have a function key called F11. Whatever keys you are seeing on the bottom of the screen, they are called the function keys or PF keys. Now F11 is a key for scrolling to the right. You click F11, it will take you to the right side of the file, and now see here it is showing up to column 8, which is the length of the file. So we have entered data up to 35th byte, but the remaining positions are just spaces. Now again to scroll to the left, you should click on F10. So you have learned two function keys, one is F10 and F11, to scroll to the left and scroll to the right. And one more command, save, to save whatever data you have inserted, and the command calls to show the column number on every file. Okay. Now, so this is the basic steps to enter data in a PS file, and there are few more line commands using which you can edit the data in different ways. So we will learn about those line commands in my next video.